It's good, man. I'm just excited to get back out here with the guys. One of the things about being a veteran and being one of the older guys, every time you get the opportunity to step out in this practice field, get a chance to work, you got to take advantage of it. You got to be here with passion, pride. You can't really take a day off because, as you become older, you start to see that it goes by so quickly. So, we just got to embrace it. It's a lot of work for us. I think we'll have an opportunity to be a special team again, but we just got to continue to work. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some chemistry to get there, but we're going to have to get some extra. Whatever we have to do, it's going to get there.
Does it feel different knowing it's your last time through all this?
Most definitely. Just mainly because, again, for me, I'm just trying to embrace every moment. Same way with mat drills. They're terrible. They suck. But at the same time, you just got to live with the moment, man. Just, as you're gasping for air, be like, this is great. You know what I'm saying?
Where can you get better?
Excuse me?
Where can you get better?
Just continue to grow in decision making. Continue to grow as being a leader. We lost a lot of guys last year, not solely in the fact of players in general, but more so of leadership. With the Ellingtons and the Hopkins and things of those natures. So for me, it's time for me to revamp. It's time for me to redefine my position and take it to another level. And of course, we're going to have to have guys step up. But for me, it's just time to just take it over completely. Again, I really feel like we have a special team. A lot of it is dependent on the quarterback play. So I have to take pride in my position at all accounts and just try to lead these guys as much as possible.
I know you and Sammy have talked about being leaders. What about any other guys on the offense?
Ron McDowell's going to have to be a leader for us. Great player. Have to be a leader for us. And he's been doing that, man. He's had a great spring so far. Very dependable guy. And he's just been working. Brandon Thomas, Tyler Shatley, Samuel, of course. It's just some of the guys that in our position we had to step up and kind of help lead the way. Because it's not just preparing just for now, but for the future. In the sense of me being out here and working with the quarterbacks and things, and it's just all about helping those guys and building those guys and trying to show an example to the point where they understand, like, whenever we leave and it's all said and done, they can step up and be in the same position, lead the guys in the same way, and expect the same results. So it's just a passionate group of guys right here, and we just got to take advantage of every opportunity we get.
How was spring break down in California?
Spring break was good, as you can see. It got a little darker out there. I walked in, and Coach Pierman was like, man, I thought you was Coach Rump walking in. No disrespect to Coach Rump. But, it was a fun trip. Felt like we got a lot of good work. And it's funny, to go over there and, you're working with some of the college quarterbacks, and they kind of look at you as like an older figure. I'm kind of old these days, 50-year senior, but they ask a lot of questions, and it kind of just lets you know where your game is at and where it has to improve at. I'm learning stuff from those guys. We're to the point where even when I was out there, I didn't want to waste a day. We worked out 5 days, 2 times a day. Probably seen the beach picture. It was smooth, wasn't it? Real strong, and the neck was strong. It was solid. But it was a lot of good work, honestly, man. For me, it's more of redefining it. Just trying to clean up on some of the small things and just being able to correlate that onto the football field. Coach Morris does a lot of those same things that, George is out there doing. But it was just, re-emphasizing it. I didn't want to go, personally, through spring break kind of just coasting it. I don't think there's time to coast. In 7 months, the season's over. So, for me, I'm just trying to put my best foot forward in this situation.
Never told us to text you when you got back about Rodney Williams. You ever meet Rodney? You ever met him?
Never met him. Might have met him. I don't think I met him. But I have to virtually, we have to win every game for me to be the all-time winning quarterback. Is that what he?
Well, he's got 32. You got 21.
So you need to win 12 to top it.
We want to win 13. That's the thing. It's just.
So 12's in the bag, right? 12's in the bag.
Most likely.
This is your second time going out to California. Mm-hmm. Was this as productive as the first one trip you took?
Most definitely. again, there's never enough room to not work. You know, for me, it's just all about trying to take my game to the next level by any means necessary. It'll be the same way this summer. You know, I'll probably be here for the most part, but you know, whether it's in the film room, it's going to be a big offseason for me and my guys at the receiving corps. Just knowing them, just feeling that every time they come out of their break, what they're going to do, and we got a little extra work in the day just because I feel like I needed that. You know, just to kind of understand how they're running their routes. You know, they're all different, so you have to have a special bond and chemistry with all of those guys. So I mean, honestly, I feel like I do got the best receiving corps in the country, by far. But you know, that's not enough if you're not feeling the guys. You know, so it's going to take a joint effort. I feel like I got a solid group of guys up front, and we're just going to need them. I feel like for us, it's been one of those situations where we feel like we have depth. You know, there's been times, you know, throughout my career here where we felt like we had a really solid group up front in that first group, but after that we felt like it was a drop off. And for us, it's all about trying to be to the point where if somebody comes out the game, he can go out and do the same things. That's what championship teams do. So every time we come out, we just try to give championship effort, championship work. And as a group, we just never satisfied. You know, coaches aren't satisfied. We're not satisfied. So you got to continue to grow in that facet.
How can Chad Morris challenge you any more than what you've already seen, you know, when you played the last 2 years? How do they challenge you different in spring practice?
More so of being the complete general. There's times where, you know, we're out there and, you know, something might go on. I mean, I'm trying to get to the point where if I don't like the way a play is looking, I want to be able to, you know, reload. I need to see the way it works. And they've given me that freedom. I feel like, you know, I've been here long enough. Those guys have trusted in me and given me the keys to the car. So I'm just trying to drive it the best way possible. You know, it's all about if I have a bad play, knowing that my body language carries weight. Not saying that I'm feeling that sort of way, but all those other guys see it as well. So it's all about just trying to be, in a sense, having emotion, but being emotionless at the same time. You know, kind of catching what I'm saying. So for me, it's just all about trying to clean up on the small things overall.
Coach said when you threw a pick today, you just let it go and went on to the next play. Is that a sign of your maturity?
Well, definitely. Hated it. Honestly, I wanted to walk off the field. But just small things. I mean, had a hot guy. You know, right here. And I tried to do something else, get a little creative with it. Just didn't work out that way. And as you know, some of the guys, some of the greatest quarterbacks or some of those guys, they don't always look for the home run shot. You know, you got to take what's there. You got to take the small things. 4 or 5 yard route. And the difference with my guys is that my guys can take a 4 or 5 yard catch and take it 20, 25 yards. So I just got to take what's there. Honestly, you know, as you all know, I hate turnovers for the most part. And we had 21 turnovers last year. I contributed to 16 too many. I feel like, you know, we had a pretty decent season, pretty good season, one of the best in the latest memory, 11-2. But if I chop down half of those, you know, even 4 or 5, we could have, you know, who knows what the results would have been. So it's all about me just trying to take care of the ball and just run the team and just engineer it, man.
As
Where's the
Venables
opportunity to drop 4 or 5?
Excuse me?
Where's the opportunity to drop 4 or 5?
Just decision making. You know, again, just, you know, instead of trying to hit the dig or the climb across the field, just take the check down. Just take what is there. Even though it might be 3rd and 10, you know, just live to see another possession. One of the things that the coach stresses all the time is ending the possession in the kick at all times, whether it's an extra point, field goal, or punt. You end the possession in the kick, we're good to go. So it's a stress right now. We've cut it down from 6 practices compared to last season, but we're still not where we need to be. You can't always be perfect, but I feel like in this group we got a lot of perfectionists which I think is a good sign as well. But we just got to continue to grow and not let it affect us.
What kind of looks is Venables giving you? Is he giving you things you've never seen before here during the spring?
It's been good, yeah. And you can see those guys, and the best part about it is seeing those guys play with confidence. You know, the Vic Beasleys, he's an unbelievable player. One of the best I played against, since I've been here, realistically. And just watching those guys, the Stephon Anthony's, those guys competing. Warning, same way, D-liners getting a great push. And it's been good to see those different looks and those different situations because I can go to those guys and talk about it. I can go to Coach Reed and try to figure out and understand what they were calling and what they and why they called it in that situation. And that's one of the things as well. I have resources here. I have some of the best coaches in college football right here, so I got to take advantage of it.
Last spring, wasn't Whitfield focused on trying to get you to incorporate your whole body? Is that the same focus, or is that sort of been mastered and you've moved towards focus on something else?
Yes, to the point now where I'm just trying to just using my, I'm trying to explain it to you. Okay, when you're playing basketball, you got like a guide hand when you shoot, right? It's the same way in football. Sometimes you can kind of let this arm, you're arming it with this arm and just winging it. And now it's time to, take this arm and just drive it. I throw a pretty good ball, pretty good fastball or whatever, but it can come out that much more powerful and things of those natures if I incorporate some of the other parts of my body. Same way with the feet work, just cleaning it up. And that's been one of the things that I've been stressing this whole spring. Coach Morris here, George out there. And it's continuous work. We came out here today and we just worked footwork. It's a big part of it. Footwork leads to accuracy, which in turn leads to turnovers and things of those natures. So I have to be as accurate as I can in those positions, in those situations.
Beasley picked you up today.
No.
He's got a couple of these this spring, hasn't he?
He has a couple, man. Honestly, just
what's into him?
a freak, man. Vic is one of those guys. He can kind of do what he wants to do. Honestly, and I think he understands that he can help us a lot. He's one of those players that can impact the game, and it's not been shown fully to that extent, but I think that you'll see that this year. He's a different kind of guy, man, different monster out there, and we're going to need him this season if we want to continue to do what we want to do and improve.
You sense that his confidence is probably sky higher than
most definitely
it's ever been,
and just his importance to this team. I think when you get to college, I think that's all it takes for some people, just for them to understand that they are an important role to this team, they have an important part to this team, and that their actions can have an impact how our season goes, how our games go, and just know that when they get on the field, they just gotta ball out, and just not leave anything on the table.
Who's other quarterbacks out there? Why you guys do that?
What other quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Munchie to go from Cincinnati.
Gladly.
It's my guy too. It's funny. Badly from Georgia Tech. He has a tremendous ability, upside. I don't know how much Georgia Tech's going to throw the football, but give or take. Chad was out there, and Max Whittick from Southern Cal.
What did you see out of Chad?
Chad it's been good working with Chad, just in general throughout the spring, and it'll be good to work with throughout the summer because he's one of those guys that when he gets on the field, he just wants to get as much in as he can. Always looking to improve and always looking to get better. And it's the same way with Cole. So the best part about it is going into that meeting room, and I can get advice from those guys as well. When I'm coming off the field, if I make an error throw, ball sails, I got Cole and Chad right over there kind of understanding what I need to do out there as well. So, again, if we want to be as successful as we can, it's going to take a joint effort. There's not one particular guy who can feel like they've arrived. It just can't happen. The team will falter if that happens. So we all have an importance, and we're accountable to one another. So when he was out there, he was getting some really good work in, really trying to improve his game as well, and just trying to incorporate it. I mean, when we go out there, it's not all about just going to go train with this guy or that guy. It's all about just trying to just improve your game.
There's a lot of competition out there.
Most definitely. I feel like a guy competing with me, I'm going to get another rep.
I talked to him today. He said it was Clemson all day.
You talking about
George. That's what he
George?
said.
Yeah, man, you know, we got to hold it down. You know, the pause everything nowadays. We're pawsome, you know. I like that on Twitter. Dude. It's kind of corny, but it was good. You know,
All right, let's wrap it up.
right now.